Hello, Magre madam. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Live streaming has started. We can start.
Yes. We can start, na?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ketan, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, YouTube link has been forwarded to you. Please share to all the participants.
Yes. I have shared.
Yes.
Okay.
The new one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, shall we start now?
Yes.
Khade sir?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay. Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Check. A very good morning, all of you. I, Assistant Professor Ketan Kamble, IQSC Coordinator and Conference Convener, welcome you all on behalf of Ponda Education Society's College of Education, Famagudi Ponda, Goa, and Gnan Ganga Education Trust's College of Education, Thane, Maharashtra, for virtual national conference on augmentation of school, higher, and professional development education. Last 3 years, we are discussing about NEP 2020. And it is always said that NEP 2020 is all about quality education. Now we are not discussing much about increasing the literacy rate, but how to improve, how to enhance, how to enrich, how to augment the quality of the present education system. So in order to focus, to throw light, to discuss a lot on quality education, on augmentation of education, we two colleges, that is Ponda Education Society College of Education and Gnan Ganga Education Trust College of Education, decided to organize national conference on this particular theme. I welcome you all again for the virtual national conference. Over to you, Assistant Professor Nikita ma'am and Librarian Karishma ma'am. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning once again to everyone, and welcome you all to the virtual national conference on augmentation of school, higher professional development of education, jointly organized by Ponda Education Society's College of Education, Farmagudi, Ponda, Goa, and Gnan Ganga Educational Trust, College of Education, Thane, Maharashtra. Coming together is a beginning, and working together is a success. I would like to inform you that the conference will completely enlighten you pertaining to the augmentation of school, higher, and professional development of education. And all the vital aspects regarding the topic will be conveyed to you all. To begin this auspicious event, here come the PS College of Education students with the welcome song.
स्वागतं 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 मन की वीणा स्वागतं 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 मन की वीणा से किंचित ध्वनिमंगलम् स्वागतं 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 स्वागतं
Thank you, students. Now I request PS College of Education Assistant Professor Mr. Malari Gaikwad to introduce our in-charge principal, Mr. Deep Khade.
Thank you, ma'am.
काय पेपर मध्ये छावून आपली नाव छापून आणा अजून काय होणार आहे
Good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce our own in-charge principal of PS B.Ed College, Mr. Ratnadeep Khade sir. His academic qualification is MA, M.Ed, SET in Education, MBA in Human Resource, and currently he is pursuing PhD in Education from Shivaji University. He have been worked in different levels. He have teaching experience of 11 years in private education from 2001 to 2011. He has been worked for D.Ed College for 5 years from 2011 to 2014. Also, he have been worked for government B.Ed College for 2 years in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. From last 7 years, he has been working in our college as an assistant professor from 2016 to till 2022, and now he has working as an assistant, in charge principal at PS College of Education since October 22. He have been worked in many research areas, such as worked as a research assistant on ICSR funded project. In mathematics of education, which is uh, conducted by DHG Maharashtra, took part to over 35 conferences, seminars, symposiums, and workshops at the state level, national levels, and international levels. Resource person for Maharashtra ACRT organized workshop on the senior pay scale for higher school teachers. Also, he have been worked as a person of resource for DHE NetSet mentoring program for Goa state and delivered a number of lectures for elementary school teachers in Kolhapur, various training programs. Also, he have been published many research papers at different levels. Some of the titles of research papers are English Club, a solution for language barriers, students in Kolhapur, Institution of Value Discipline in Present Situation, a study of present situation of corporal punishment in schools and consequences of its elimination, felicitation, essential skills for 21st century teachers, new education policy 2019, changes, challenges, and opportunities for B.Ed students. Also, he have been sent paper for the conferences and papers were accepted. Such titles as Preparing Students for Intended Change with Brain Targeted Teaching International Interdisciplinary Conference, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, and a critical study of new education policy 2019, changes, challenges, and opportunity for B.Ed colleges in Goa, National Conference for Solapur University. This is the introduction for our own principal. Thank you very much. Now, over to the comparer.
Thank you, sir. Now I request PS College of Education in charge principal, Mr. Ratndeep Khade, to welcome this gathering.
Respected chief guest for today's conference, Professor Dr. Sunita Magre Madam, Head, Department of Education, University of Mumbai. We welcome you, Madam. We also welcome today's keynote speaker for the inauguration session of the conference, respected Professor Dr. Sunita Kadle Madam. Welcome, Madam, and especially thanks to accepting our invitation on 11th hour and presenting here for the inaugural session. So once again, we welcome you, ma'am. This is Professor Dr. Sunita Kadle Madam, Principal of Srimati Surajbagh College of Education. Also, we would like to welcome Dr. Swapna Khaina Madam, Principal of DGT College of Education, Thane. I would like to welcome all the national and state participants, research scholars, and all members of the advisory committee of this conference, all the members of organizing committee of the conference, my dear staff members, student teachers from PS College of Education and DGT's College of Education. I would also welcome all the viewers on YouTube, all the participants. We welcome you for this virtual national conference on augmentation of school, higher and professional development education, jointly organized by Ponda Education Society's College of Education, Famagudi Ponda, and Gnan Ganga Education Trust College of Education, Thane, Maharashtra. I'm really happy to welcome today all the participants, because we were expecting around 100 participants for the conference, but I would like to share with you that we all are overwhelmed that today's conference there are more than 200 participants for the conference on YouTube as well as for this Zoom platform. So we welcome all the participants on behalf of PS College of Education and DGT. I would like to thank to our patrons for the conference, Sri Ravi S. Naik, President of Ponda Education Society, Sri Ritesh Ravi Naik, Secretary of Ponda Education Society, Professor B.D. Patil, Founder Chairman of DGT, Mrs. Ranjana B. Patil, Trustee of DGT, and Mrs. Anita Patil More, Director of DGT. With their help and support, we are going to organize this virtual conference. As we see that for the implementation or proper implementation of NEP 2020, we have to focus on quality, and this quality can be discussed in detail with the help of augmentation of school, higher and professional development education, and that is the main purpose for conducting such a conference. So once again, I welcome all the participants from my bottom of heart. Welcome. Over to Karishma ma'am and Nikita ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Assistant Professor Ms. Pratibha Kamli ma'am, Conference Convener of Dhyan Ganga Educational Trust, College of Education, to brief us about today's virtual national conference.
Thank you, madam. A very good morning to one and all present over here. It is my great pleasure to present the proceedings of the virtual national conference on augmentation of school, higher and professional development education. I am Ms. Pratibha Kamli, Assistant Professor of DGET College of Education, Thane, and convener of today's virtual national conference. This conference is accomplishment of joint venture of Ponda Education Societies, College of Education, Farmagudi, Ponda, Goa, under IQAC Research and Innovation Cell, and Dhyan Ganga Education Trust, College of Education, B8, Thane, Maharashtra, under IQAC. We are honored to have Professor Dr. Sunita Magre, Madam, Professor and Head of the Department of Education, University of Mumbai, as the chief guest of today's conference, and Professor Dr. Sunaina Kadle, Madam, Principal of Srimati Surabja College of Education, as the keynote speaker on this special occasion. About conference, I would like to introduce. NEP 2020 has mainly thrown light on quality education in the Indian educational setup. Quality in Indian education will be a reality if quality education is inculcated, transferred, maintained, and continuously improvised from primary to tertiary level of education. Considering this, we had decided to organize a conference on augmentation of school, higher, and professional development education, wherein we shall deliberate on quality enhancement of curriculum, pedagogy, assessment, accreditation of institutes, and continuous development of stakeholders on school, higher, and continuous professional development. The objectives of conference are to focus on augmentation of curriculum, pedagogy, andragogy, assessment of school, higher and professional development of education. To figure out the accreditation process for school, higher and professional development education. To share best practices for augmentation of school, higher and professional development education. To discuss the role of NEP 2020 in augmentation of school, higher and professional development education. Themes and sub-themes of conference are Theme 1, augmentation of school education. Under that, school curriculum, pedagogy, assessment, holistic development, best practices in school education, school accreditation, NEP 2020 for quality school education. Theme 2, augmentation of higher education. Under that, higher education curriculum, andragogy, assessment, holistic development, skill development, best practices in higher education, accreditation of higher education institutes, artificial intelligence in higher education, and NEP 2020 for quality higher education. And theme 3, augmentation of professional development education of school, college, and university teachers. Under that, continuous professional development through online platforms, continuous professional development with andragogical approach, best practices in professional development education, lifelong learning for continuous professional development, and NEP 2020 for continuous professional development. We hope that we all have a fruitful learning today. Wishing you all the best to our presenters, and once again welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Assistant Professor Ms. Rachna Das of Dhyan Ganga Educational Trust College of Education to introduce our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunita Magre.
Thank you so much, and good morning and welcome to our honored guests, trustees, principals, colleagues, and our distinguished participants. I, Mrs. Rachna Das, teacher educator of Dhyan Ganga Education Trust College of Education, am elated and find it a great pleasure to welcome you all to this plethora of knowledge sharing and professional growth opportunities that we are ready to witness today. Our conference, which is on augmentation of school, higher, and professional development education, calls for a chief guest who has excelled in all various echelons of education field. On behalf of Ponda Education Society's College of Education, Goa, and Dhyan Ganga Education Trust College of Education, Maharashtra, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunita Magre, ma'am, who graciously accepted our invitation to be with us today. Ma'am is a remarkable individual who has achieved great success in her field of expertise. She is a true inspiration for many, and we are honored to have her gracious presence. Professor Dr. Sunita Magre, ma'am, is head of Department of Education, University of Mumbai, and currently holds many statutory authorities. To name a few, ma'am is member of School Board of School of Education, IGNOU, since December 2022. Ma'am is Associate Dean of University of Mumbai since September 2022. Ma'am is Chairperson of Board of Studies in Education of University of Mumbai since April 2016. Ma'am is member of Board of Studies in Education of many universities, to name a few: North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon since October 2021, Central University of Wardha since April 2020, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad since June 2018. Ma'am is also a member of Board of Sub-Campuses, University of Mumbai since December 2020. Ma'am is a member of Postgraduate Board of Marathwada University, Nanded since October 2020. Ma'am is Vice President of National Child and Women Development Council since May 2020. Ma'am is also a member of COAT, Central University of Karnataka, since January 2019. Ma'am is a member of Research Recognition Committee, RRC, of Savitri Phule Pune University since September 2020, Solapur University since June 2016, and of course, University of Mumbai since April 2016. Not only this, ma'am is also a member of OER Subcommittee, National Council of Teacher Education, NCT, Delhi, since June 2020. Ma'am is a member of Academic Council, University of Mumbai, April 2016. With more than 25 years of experience, ma'am experience and 129 paper published. Ma'am is also a convener of many refresher courses, convener of question bank committee of MEd syllabus, of MEd 2-year courses and certificate programs of instructional design, of BCom, BEd, BSc, BEd and BA, BEd 4-year teacher education integrated courses and MA in education. Ma'am is also editor of Sanshodhan Chetana UGC approved journal. Ma'am is member and revision of syllabus committee of MEd and MA in education, pre-PhD courseworks, MPhil and scrutinized committee of the proposals of minor research projects, University of Mumbai. Ma'am is subject expert vice chancellor nominee of various selection committees. Ma'am has published over 10 books. Ma'am has developed OERs for BEd, MEd, MA in education of NCTE. Along with these achievements, ma'am is awarded with Professor Indira Parekh Award for 50 Women in Education Leaders in Asia at World Education Congress on Sustainable Development Goals, Quality Education for All on July 2018. With all these accomplishments and yet many more to come, ma'am's achievements are a great lineage that honors a historical legacy of successful, impactful educationists. Ma'am has left a trail of captivating achievements and a food for thought for all of us who idolize the astounding persona that ma'am possesses. On behalf of Ponda Education Society's College of Education, Goa, and Dhyan Ganga Education Trust College of Education, Maharashtra, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor Dr. Sunita Magre ma'am and thank ma'am for taking out her valuable time to be with us today. I'm sure that this interaction with our chief guest will be a valuable learning experience for all of us. With that, I would like to invite our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunita Magre ma'am, to kindly enlighten us with your wise words and address our esteemed gathering. Over to you, Sunita ma'am.
Thank you, Rachna, for introducing me. First of all, I would like to thank this virtual conference on the subject, that is the augmentation of school, higher and the professional development of education, which is organized by the Fonda Education Society, Goa, and the Dhyan Ganga Education Trust College of Education, Thane. So I congratulate both the institute for organizing this much needed conference, that is the augmentation of school, higher and the professional development of education. And thank you very much for inviting me as the chief guest. So I would have focused on that all the institution or all the teacher educators or each and every teachers of all over India. So we are focusing on the NEP 2020. What is NEP 2020? We already studied the previous all educational policies, and now this is the new education policy, that is NEP 2020. After 36 years, this policy reframed, and then when we go to this policy, so the focus is some are the lacunas are there, but I think as a educationist, I think that each and every policy is good because the success of the policy is depend upon the implementation of the policy. Because how we people implement it, that is the success of that policy. So we cannot say this policy is good and this policy is bad. So success of the policy is our focus, how we focus properly on the NEP 2020, so definitely we have a good outcome of this society. And education, when we think about the progressive education or the augmentation of the school, we already many times we spoke, there is no connection between the school and the higher education. Now this policy focus the connection between the school and the higher education. Was when we studied that the curriculum framework, now it is upcoming, that is the 9, 10, 11 and 12, and how this curriculum is related to the our higher education, because 9, 10, 11 and 12, then we will directly go to the ITEP courses for education, or when we apply for the degree, any degree. So there is this integrated courses, much more integrated courses are there. So when the students are completed the 12th standard and then he wanted to get a degree, then in that degree also we have the various options are available, multiple entries and multiple exits are there. When you get the admission in the first year, then you will get the 1 year, means to when you completed 2 semesters, so you will get the 1 certificate, right? Then if any difficulties are from the student side, so he or she can stop the education, completed whatever the difficulties are there, and then after 1 year or 2 years, suppose he wanted to again I have applied for the education, so then he again entered into the second year part, and then he completed the 4th semester, then he will get the diploma course. Then he completed the 3 years and he will get the degree. Then 4 years means 8 semesters, the honors degree. And then after that, he will get the research degree also. So this is the focus of the NEP. How we implement it, so it is our success. How we implement it and how we will get the success. Now, an education is the most important factors for making the good human and the society. It is the boon and the basic blessings of the humanity. The aim of the education is to achieve the overall development of the minds, and we broadening the visions and the character building, which can be beneficial to the individual himself. When we benefit the individual himself, so automatically it is the benefit for the society and benefit for the nation. From Vedic education to till global education, it has been an inseparable form of the human being. And education is a human enlightens and empowerment of the program for all-round development, all-round welfare development, all-round well-being development. And this work of education create a skilled human resources. And the skilled human resources is the focus of the NEP, because they are given much more focus on the skill development courses. So that skill development, when we focus on the skill development courses, so definitely we will get the lot of resources. We will create the lot of resources about the skill development. And today in this technological era, or the every stage, the technology affects the virtual and every aspect from our lives. And from enabling individuals to perform the routine tasks of the requiring, they are able to make responsible, informed decisions that affect individual as well as the society. So technology always play a very, very vital role in the growth and the development of the societies, or in the nation, or it is a worldwide. Because with at this technological age, or at this the age of global education, we cannot survive without technology education, right? So if we have the technology, we have the education. If we don't have the technology, so we cannot augment, right? Our title is augmentation. How we will increase it, how we will enhance it. So without technology, we cannot enhance it. And the technological revolution are the part of the all the sectors like healthcare, education, banking, communication, security. So we as a people from the education background, so we much created a lot of activities which was focused on the technology as well as the skills. When we focus on the technology and the focus, so definitely our future is very, very bright future. And the NAP focuses that thing only. Another focus of the NAP is also the field-based experience, that is the the field-based experience. So all these experiences, when we you are searching, or when we studied the at the time in 1950 or 1950s, at the time of university law formations, and that how the university's role, or which are the facilities available in the university. So that time the 321 people are one more questionnaire is prepared, and then 321 people are inside. So our Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar are the one of the member of that people. They are giving the suggestions. That time they are focusing the experiential learning or the field-based experience. They are saying in the last year project should be given, because when we are giving the project to the students, so definitely our student skill is come out, their potential is come out. When we are giving, now you have to do this one, then her or his thinking is started. How can I do this? What are my stage? How can I prepare this? So thinking is that means the creative thinking is already started. So that focus of the NEP is very, very important. And we as a teacher educators, we definitely enhance or inculcate this kind of the skill. So experiential learning is the main focus of the NEP. And we know that the B.Ed courses from 2018, so it is a proud feeling of us that from 2018, we already started this procedure. So the like degree college teachers wanted NEP, pata nahi kya hai usme, but we are very free from NEP 22 because we are already started our practices from the 2018, because we make our syllabus also. We make the various lesson plans, types of the lesson plans. We make theme-based lesson. We make Nai Talim lesson. So all this part of the NEP is there. So once again, thank you for both the institution for organizing such a good conference, good topic of this conference. And thank you very much for inviting me as a chief guest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. Over to you, Ms. Nikita Naik.
Thank you, ma'am. To move ahead, now I request Assistant Professor Mr. Umesh Sagar to introduce Professor Dr. Sunaina Kadle for today's conference.
Am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to all. I am Assistant Professor Umesh Salgar, PS College of Education, Pharmagudi, Funda, Goa. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce today's keynote speaker, respected Professor Dr. Sunaina Kadle. Actually, it is very difficult for me to introduce today's keynote speaker within allotted time. Till I will try to introduce in brief. Currently, ma'am is working in Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan's Srimati Surajbagh College of Education as a professor and in charge principal. Ma'am did BSc in physics, MAd, MPhil. She did her master's in psychology as well as sociology. She have cleared UGC NET at first attempt. She was awarded by highest degree in education, that is PhD, in 2010. She have also done couple of diplomas, diploma in counseling and coaching and diploma in naturopathy and yogic science. She is the lead auditor for environmental audit done by Maharashtra State. She has successfully completed minor research project of UGC. Ma'am is recognized PhD guide of Mumbai and Rajasthan University. Under her eminent guidance, 6 research scholars are pursuing their PhD degree, and 1 students have successfully completed PhD degree. She is having 25 years teaching experience as a teacher educator. She worked as a panel member for examining PhD thesis in University of Madras. Ma'am have worked as a resource person in various institutions and universities such as IGNOU, YCMOU, SNDT. She had more than 70 research publications in various national and international seminars and journals. She worked as a various committees in University of Mumbai. She is an author of well-known book, Developing Emotional Intelligence Through Cooperative Learning. She was awarded by Srinivas Ramanujan Award for popularizing mathematics by Vigyan Prasar Network, Agartala in 2017 and 18. She was selected for Best Teacher Award by All India Ramanujan Club 2019-20. I am very thankful to organizers for giving me such a great opportunity to introduce such a eminent personality. Thank you and welcome, ma'am, for accepting our invitation for becoming a keynote speaker. Over to Nick.
Thank you, sir. We welcome you, ma'am. Now I request Professor Dr. Sunaina Kadle, Principal of Srimati Surcha College of Education, to give us the keynote address about today's conference. Over to you, ma'am.
Namaste. It's really wonderful to be here on this online platform. Good morning, everyone. Firstly, before I give the keynote address, I would like to thank the managements, principals, and organizing committees of Ponda Education Societies, College of Education, Goa, and Nyan Ganga Education Trusts, College of Education, Thane, for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this virtual national conference, Augmentation of School, Higher and Professional Development Education, as a keynote speaker. Congratulations to both the colleges, because this topic is such an important topic of today's times. And this was a much needed endeavor. When I was told, as sir said, that yes, yesterday I was told because of some this to be the keynote speaker, I tried to see the word augmentation. Augmentation, it's come from the Latin word augmentum, which says to increase or an increase in anything. And others, it is enhancement, enlargement, addition, and amplification of quality in education. So this augmentation of what? We are talking here as educationists about the quality in education. So this aspect of quality enhancement has been very well thought of in NEP 2020, because this conference is in the backdrop of NEP 2020. We all know that, because I will not talk much about NEP 2020, we'll talk about the quality aspects. We all know that NEP 2020 has been built on 4 pillars, on foundation pillars of access, equality, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. So NEP 2020 is also aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030. And we are all in this process so that we are able to fulfill these goals, which the NEP has given us. We know why is this NEP come up? Because since 34 years, after 34 years, there was a need to overhaul the education system, because it was not producing that kind of, addition. The students, the quality of education affects our country, if you go to see, and our future. Our education needs to be related to life. In 30 years or 34 years, there has been so many changes. Technological changes, knowledge explosion, digitalization. We require skillful people. So that's why having a proper education so that India turns into a vibrant society and a global knowledge superpower becomes very, very important. So it is very essential to make both school and college education more holistic, flexible, multidisciplinary, and suiting to the needs of the 21st century. So what are these needs? The needs are critical thinking skills, creativity, problem-solving skills, proper skills to do with ICT, because everything is digitalized. We know everything nowadays, paperless transactions. So we require people who are known to, they are having all those kind of skills. And for this, who is going to do it? It is naturally trust on the shoulders of the educationists or people who are in education, because our students are the future citizens and they need to be trained right from the grassroots level to go ahead so that they become functional citizens of this country. So quality enhancement, when we talk about quality, we are talking augmentation. So we need to make these changes in the curriculum, in the pedagogy, in the assessment, accreditation of institutions, and continuous development of stakeholders in school, higher education, and also professional. So it is totally changing the system. Yes, Madam Magre ma'am said just now that lot of changes have been we have been doing since 2018. Colleges have been trying. My college, I feel very proud that we are doing a lot for critical thinking, problem solving, different methods, pedagogy. I feel proud to say that, but still we require to enhance the quality. And we all need to be on one page. It can't be some are doing, some are not doing. So we need to actually ensure quality in all the institutions, in all the whole system. So that's why it becomes very important for the augmentation of school and higher education and professional development. So we can say that what is this augmentation in? Quality, where you have to bring it in. We need to bring it through technology, through our strategies, through our designing of our curriculum, to create professionals who are able to develop those skills in our students. We are talking about teacher education because we are professionals in teacher education, so that our students, they succeed in the fields where they go. Now what is happening? Many a times after the graduation also, if you see higher education, they don't know what they are supposed to do. The necessary skills are not developed. So here we are talking about capacity building, skill building, not only rote memorization and just passing the exams with flying colors, but not knowing how to apply that knowledge. Those capacities need to be built up. So we are talking about quality in terms of capacity building, skill building, using, and all this can be done through this change in the methodologies, because the child has to be very active. So in school curricula, we can bring about changes. The NEP is talking about flexibility, multidisciplinary approach, reduce the content. See, we are having so much content, but we have options. So even if the content is 100%, we pass the child with 50%. So, and the passing marks will be 35%. So does the child have necessary content, full content in him? No, just minimum whatever is there, the child passes and goes ahead. So it's better to reduce the content, use pedagogy and strategies so that content is less, but the capacities are built up, skills are built up, the right kind of values. That is why in school education, we are talking now about vocational education. We had vocation education, but what? It was just few vocations, some you teach, some craft, and it was enough. But we are talking about actually connecting, collaborating with the outside world, with factories, with whatever you want to learn. Carpentry, you go to a particular place where they are doing carpentry. Suppose a child wants to learn cooking. He can connect with those hotel management or places, the hotels where they can learn so many things. So the child starts thinking and building those capacities and tries preparing for the future. What the child needs to do. They're not only writing exams and passing. Pedagogical changes, as ma'am said, experiential learning. All these activities, whatever you do, they should be able to give experiences to the children. So this helps in giving experiential learning in the children, so that you are preparing them for future careers. Addition, use of technology in this pedagogy. Lot is there. We have experienced in COVID. We are all on one page. We were not that technologically sound. We did not know what is Zoom, what is Google Meet, what is this Microsoft Teams. Today we are able to collaborate because we are having technology. So technology enabled learnings. Teachers should use that blended learning, what we say, hybrid learning, we are also talking about. So many things to support our teaching learning process, because we are entering the digital world, and our students, we need to use an infrastructure in schools which supports online and blended learning, so that we get, and our students are skilled. Yes, we have the pedagogy, we have the curriculum, we have everything, the aspects we change, but proper methods of assessment are important. If we don't assess, what is the use? So assessment is very important. The assessment should be shifted from rote learning to a more continuous comprehensive evaluation system. We had that some years ago, but it was very difficult to understand how do we do it. And then there were challenges. Challenges will always be there. But what do you assess in CC or in continuous comprehensive? Assess critical thinking. Whether the child is able to do critical thinking, whether there is problem solving abilities, whether the child is creative. So for that, whatever curriculum we design, pedagogical strategies, the assessment strategies should be such that they are checking these developments in the child. For that, you require proper systems in place. Then only the quality will ensure quality. So we have, this can be done inside in institutions, thinking about assessment, thinking about pedagogy, about the curricular aspects. But with that, there are, NEP has set up certain bodies, state school standards to check up these. So they also need to be, they will give the final authority whether your school is ensuring that quality. So we require these bodies, they are being set up. This school quality assessment is happening. So all this, if we increase or we look at quality from all these, in all these aspects, I'm sure that we can really be a superpower and we can produce students who are useful to the society and they will do good. There's a lot, because the NEP policy is 484 pages, but we need to ensure this quality in all these aspects. That is curricular. Again, I'm saying pedagogy, our assessments. We are talking about 360-degree assessment, peer assessment, self-assessment. Parents will be assessing. We will take a 360-degree about all his qualities, value development, everything, so that you have a holistic personality. So that's why we'll have programs. If you are assessing holistic personality, our curriculum will be that day, our pedagogy. So this is not, we can't think about quality as compartmentalization. We need to look at it in a very holistic manner so that we ensure that our children are developing in that manner. Now, if we look into higher education also, there are so many changes. Research is somewhere India lags behind. So we also want to make our higher education in such that it is at par with IITs, IIMs. They are multidisciplinary. So that our students don't run outside. There is so much of brain drain. We give quality education here. So whatever there is, they stay in our country. We have our money so that we give quality education. There's no need for that. So establishing in higher education research is important. So there have been made changes about the degree system. We are giving them a 4-year course. And whenever you leave credit system, we are talking about academic bank of credits. You can come, you can keep your credits at hand and use it if the children drop out due to some reasons. This will surely ensure that we are having more people into the system, because there are so few students going for higher education, percentage wise, if we see. So flexible and multidisciplinary curricula, allowing blended online experiential learning, project-based learning, lot of projects to be given. Why? So that the child is not only listening and writing in the exams, but he's involving himself, enjoying the experience, doing it actually. Because when you study and you are a part of the process, very much into it, fully immersed in the process, that it will ensure quality. There are regulatory bodies are there. Higher Education Regulatory Body Commission, which will be looking after the accreditation and other things. And that is also going to ensure the quality. So it becomes, if I just in brief, if I try to say that in the context of school and higher education, augmentation will involve integration of technology into the classroom, which enhances learning. There are so many softwares which can be used, online platforms which will provide students so much interactive learning. It becomes difficult. So that's why online software can be used, online platforms, engaging learning materials with a child, even if he's studying individually, will be able to learn, will be immersed in the system. Engaging the students is a real challenge, because the attitude becomes, okay, I need not engage. I can go to the college, don't go, and I can learn. But that is not there. That engaging into the system and interacting becomes very important. So we can use these virtual and augmented reality, which is there. There are so many softwares. We are going into artificial intelligence, gamification. There are these technologies. And for that, the higher education should be fully prepared with such kind of pedagogical strategies to engage our students, to make them acquainted with virtual realities, simulations, which become very important if you need to learn, because you are in a simulated situation, if you cannot give complete experiences. Problem solving skills will be developed in the students. So activities for that, research, that is very important. So that will increase, augmentation will happen, or it will increase because of using such kind of simulations and things. Because we are going ahead with so much of technology. So it becomes very important as educationists, teachers, to use this. And even teachers, when we talk about gamification, we talk about using software, we talk about online platforms, teachers also need to be prepared. So professional development, when you are talking about professional development, we need to give all those skills, not only just as a part, a course which is teaching you that, but that should actually, practically, it should be there. And the teachers, they should be able to use that. So this, if we see in school and higher education, we see that we have to improve our student engagement. After engagement, retention. मैं भूल गया. First semester सीखा, second semester भूल गया. If we have such kind of methodologies where the child is immersed, we need to look into retention. They cannot forget. The students have to use whatever they have learned when they go outside, when they connect it to life. They cannot afford just to forget and learn for the exam. So we have to talk in terms of learning outcomes by providing all these experiences, which are engaging experiences to the student. So to improve the engagement, retention, learning outcomes, you need to have all these kind of experiences which you have to give. And experiences, again and again, I'm saying, it has an effect on the curricula, the changes, the pedagogical. So we need to think, what is our goal? What we want our students to do? Final assessment, how do you want the child? So that has this assessment, this goal, this learning outcome, naturally, it will have an effect on all the changes that we need to make on the curricula, on the pedagogy, the strategies, the assessment, and then only we can ensure the quality will be ensured. Professional development is an integrated part because it becomes very important. Again, technology becomes very important here and methodology. So we need to use that. We need to create teachers. When we give the NEP, how are we going to do it? The teachers should be prepared. They should be geared to take this ahead. If we say that, yes, we have to do this at foundational years, this at the middle years, this, using technology, using so many things, go away from rote memorization, 360-degree assessment, it becomes that our professional institutions develop those skills and prepare the teachers for developing all those qualities in our students. Then only we can ensure the qualities. So it is all having a bearing. Each one is having a bearing on the other. So it becomes very important for the professional bodies also to see to that they are equipping their students or the teachers, whichever professional education is there with all this. The administration has to take care of all these things. There are umpteen changes. We all have been reading NEP, taking part in discussions since 3 years now, because it was in 2020, we are in 2023. We will be in 2 months in July. So we need by this augmentation or quality, because augmentation will help to reduce, or it helps to bridge the gap between the school and the real world. It will give different opportunities to students. That's why we are talking about these internship, how they learn in a practical way, making them more employable, which is very, very essential. The connections, the collaboration, to come together, plan strategies, learn from each other. I saw the themes of the conference. Best practices, what you can do. We can share our best practices, not only keep what I am doing in my corner of the world in my institution. No. Do a practice, do research. If it is a very good practice, share it, disseminate it through such kind of beautiful conferences, so that everybody can take that ahead and also implement. And we can have a whole education system which is beautiful, which is successful, and people will look at our students. And it is very difficult. I know ma'am also spoke about challenges. Challenges will be there. And it is not at a drop of the hat. Today you do it, it happens tomorrow. But we all know that change is something which is permanent. And we have to go to these changes. Because we are having the Gen Z students are different. We know their wants are different, needs are different. They can be trained well into problem solving, critical thinking, and other aspects, creativity. They are very creative. It can be done because we are having everything in our hands, only the right kind of, to show a direction to the students. So here, if we want, NEP has come, we have a beautiful school with infrastructure, we have things in place. But what we want is the people actually implementing those things. The NEP, they need to be trained. They need to be convinced, have certain values. Punctuality, you say, proper planning, professional ethics, every teacher should be clear with the goal and objectives. We talk about Bloom's taxonomy, we are talking about since 20 years now, even the revised. But what happens? Our children are only up to remembering, understanding, and application to some extent. What about the higher level objectives? Analysis, that's what problem solving, all this will help us to achieve the highest level of objective. By Anderson Crotwell now talks about it, about creativity. So we need to take them through our programs. Creative skills need to be developed. So we need to go to analysis. We need to go to evaluation, creation, which doesn't happen. We only are still, our education system, till remembering, understanding, and we talk about applying to some extent. So if we have those programs, the curriculum is designed in such a way, if the pedagogical strategies are that way, our evaluation is looking up for, developing those creativity, problem solving, critical thinking. So teachers also need to be trained, and we should we all need to be, the whole country needs to be on the same page. Proper communication, teachers should develop good communication in their students also and develop themselves. So for developing good communication skills, being a good listener, confidence, a teacher has to be a lifelong learner. Because when we are talking about capacity building, every time new skills are required. Because there is technological and knowledge explosion, digitalization. So those new skills, teachers also need to be abreast with the new skills for engaging the students. So that's why teachers need to be, continuously developing themselves, lifelong learning. And we said when there is a problem only we develop, but it should not be there waiting for another COVID. We need to keep on learning so that preparing for the future, because it's going to change all the time. So that thirst for knowledge, professional development should create that thirst for knowledge. What has to be done? thirst for research, change. So all these things, if you have, and teachers should be multidisciplinary approach there also. You should know everything of every this. If I'm a science person, I only know science, it will not do. We need to also know about other subjects because we are trying to talk about multidisciplinary approaches, etc. as per the needs of the society. If we have do this, I'm sure that we will really succeed, and it will be able, we will be able to take the NEP and its objectives ahead. Lot can be done, lot is there to talk about it, but I feel that quality, if it has to be ensured, it can be ensured by making these changes and having a mindset, a proper mindset for, because many times people say, nahi hone wala hai, बहुत difficult hai, implementation aisa hai, but a positive, if positivity is there, chalo, we can do it. We may not, we may fumble, we may get disheartened, everything, but I'm sure with a very positive mindset, enthusiasm to do something for our students, for our country, to take India ahead, I'm sure if we make these changes and get immersed ourselves in that, I'm sure quality will be achieved, and it will be a pleasure for ourselves to do that. I can keep on saying this, but these little words, I would like to end my keynote address, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity once again to give my impression, or give my speech and my thinking about the whole quality aspect in education and augmentation of school higher education and professional development. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in future. Moving ahead, now I request Assistant Professor Ms. Surbhi Sona to introduce Dr. Swapna Khairnar. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning to one and all. I, Surbhi Sona, Assistant Professor at Dhyan Ganga Education Trust's College of Education, feel privileged to introduce our respected principal, Dr. Swapna Khairnar Madam. A dynamic personality, she is highly qualified and has a number of years of experience in the field of education. She holds the degree of MSc in Chemistry, MA in Sociology, MA, PhD in Education, and Diploma in School Management. She is UGC NET qualified and is currently pursuing MBA. Her constant urge to gain more and more knowledge is always an inspiration for all of us. She has 2 years experience of teaching at school level and 14 years as assistant professor in B.Ed college. She has been associated with Dhyan Ganga Education Trust's College of Education as in-charge principal for 2 years now. She is also a member of the Grievance Regional Center YCMOU. She has won a lot of accolades like the Best Teaching Aid Science, Samman Patra by Ambedkar Vision for doctoral degree. She has also been constantly invited as a judge for various competitions, as well as a resource person for many workshops and seminars. Sadhguru says integrity, insight, and inclusiveness are the 3 qualities of leadership. And we are truly blessed to be a part of the team led by such a leader. Please welcome Dr. Swapna Khairnar, Madam, for the presidential address. Over to you, Madam.
Madam, move to, sorry. Very good morning, everyone. I feel honored to share this platform
with today's chief guest, Head of the Department of Education, University of Mumbai, respected Professor Dr. Sunita Magre ma'am, and today's keynote speaker, Principal of GSB Surajbas College of Education, respected Professor Sunaina Kadle ma'am, along with IC Principal, PAS College of Education, Mr. Ratnadeep Khade sir, and you all participants. Firstly, I would like to thank our DGT management and PES management for their unconditional support and guidance always. Talking about today's conference on augmentation of school, higher education, and professional development education in the light of NEP, Dr. Sunita Magre ma'am has rightly said, success of policy depends on implementation of the policy. So it depends on us, we teachers. The main aim of education is overall development of child. Rather, as ma'am rightly said, it's overall development of mind. Experiential learning and teaching technology act as catalyst which will aid us in augmentation of school, higher education, and professional development education. Very aptly said by Dr. Sunaina Kadle ma'am, quality aspect has to be emphasized. We need to progress or change or execute in accordance to the needs of 21st century skills. Ma'am has thoroughly explained in detail what is to be implemented, why we have to implement, and how we have to implement at all the levels, like school level, higher level, and professional development level. I'm sure today's conference will give us concrete structure of how which will help us to implement NEP in the better way possible. Looking forward for today's presentation. Best wishes to all the participants. Thank you so much. Thank you so much all. Over to you, anchors. You are doing great job.
Thank you, ma'am. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. If everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. As we come to the end of the inaugural function, I would like to request Ms. Pratibha Kamli to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, all. I deemed it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. First and foremost, I would like to thank our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunita Magre, madam, Head of Department of Education, University of Mumbai, for enlightening us with what NEP 2020 focuses on and how we in B.Ed education institutions are proceeding to prepare future teachers, which is accurately enmeshed with our topic of today's conference. Ma'am, your wise words has opened our minds and thinking and set a direction towards a positive change. I would like to extend my gratitude to our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Sunaina Kadle, madam, Principal of Srimati Surabja College of Education, for enlightening us with pillars of NEP 2020, which are access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. Ma'am motivated us and gave us a bird's eye view of what, how, when, of augmentating NEP 2020 with capacity building and skill building. Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable inputs. I'm sure we all will take a step towards building a revamped teaching learning opportunities. Thank you, Dr. Magre ma'am and Dr. Kadle ma'am, for your valuable inputs. And I respect that how you manage your time from your busy schedule for this conference. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a very motivated and dedicated two-team leader, to a beloved well-wisher and today's conference director, respected Mr. Ratnadeep Khade sir, Principal of Ponda Education Society's College of Education, Ponda, Goa, and Dr. Swapna Khairnar ma'am, Principal of Nanganga College of Education, B.Ed, Thane. I express my gratitude for both leaders' stewardship, support, vision, and commitment to success this conference. शेवटी मला असं सांगावं लागेल की आपलं सूत्रसंचालन ज्याने घेतलं हातामध्ये त्या म्हणजे निकिता मॅडम आणि करिश्मा मॅडम. वेलकम सॉन्ग ज्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी गायलं ते गोवाचे विद्यार्थी. आपल्या कॉन्फरन्सचे कन्व्हिनर मिस्टर केतन कांबळे सर. त्यानंतर आपल्या कॉन्फरन्सच्या कोऑर्डिनेटर रचना दास मॅडम आणि उमेश सलगर सर ऑर्गनायझिंग कमिटी मेंबर. सुरभी सोना मॅडम ऑर्गनायझिंग कमिटी मेंबर. आणि हे युट्यूब चॅनल ज्याने आपल्यासाठी सुरू ठेवलेलं आहे 10 वाजल्यापासून ते आपल्या युट्यूब चॅनलचे करता करविता राम प्रताप सर आणि ज्यांच्यामुळे किंवा जे हा कार्यक्रम पाहत आहेत ते आमचं छान श्रोते वर्ग म्हणजे आमचा ऑडियन्स, या सगळ्यांचे खूप खूप आभार. तुमच्यामुळे खरं म्हणजे ही कॉन्फरन्स एकदम यशस्वीपणे पार पडणार आहे. आपल्या सुरुवातीच्या 2 उत्सव मूर्ती ज्यांची नावच स या अध्यक्षरापासून सुरुवात झालेली आहे, प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर सुनीता मॅडम. मराठी साहित्यातलं सुनील जसं वाचावं तसं एनईपी एज्युकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 याचं उत्तम भाष्य त्यांनी आपल्या शब्दामध्ये सादर केलं. डॉक्टर सुनैना मॅडम यांच्या ओघवती शैक्षणिक दृष्टीने नजरेने एनईपी एज्युकेशन पॉलिसी 2020चं महत्व आपल्या सर्वांना समजलं आणि म्हणून पुन्हा एकदा सर्वांचे आभार. थँक्यू.
Thank you, ma'am. Our meeting for today will surely give us insight on ensuring improvement in our respective institutions, as we have renowned speakers sharing their insight and experiences in this platform. A true enrichment meeting. So we hope that everyone is in a happy disposition today and that you will find the presentation and the discussions we have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. So soon we will have the technical session sharp at 12 p.m. I request all the paper presenters to be ready for the presentations and wish you all a best of luck. Thank you.